Welcome to the program, guys. We've got a special treat. Ulla and Bjorn are here to chat to us. Welcome, guys. Happy to chat to you again.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much.
Now, you're both originally from Denmark, but you met over here. How'd that work?
Me first. We went on an art cruise organized by the Tap Gallery. We start talking. I'm a photographer and Ulla is a painter, and I've sort of been looking for a painter to do collaborations, and funny enough, Ulla had been looking for a photographer.
All right, so it was just all worked out. Fantastic.
Yeah, it is. So it was really the fact that we had been looking at working together with our art and incorporate other methods. And so Bjorn actually came up with the idea of playing with it because he's already done his fusions with his photography.
Right.
Then came up with the idea of fusing one of my paintings with his photography, one of his models, which then created this one, which was our first masterpiece.
Wow, and she's Rose, is she?
Yeah.
This is Rose, yes.
Because the model in it, she's actually called Ella Rose.
Oh, right.
So painted on, it's taken Ulla's painting, took a photo of that, took it into Photoshop, and then fused them together.
Wow, that's incredible. It makes such beautiful colours, it really does.
Yes, this one has become our branding really, because it was our first really successful piece.
Yeah.
And then we can go one step further where I actually then come back and paint on the painting.
Right.
So if you like, where I painted a dress on her.
Oh, but you also do your own painting though, and you've got rather a unique way of painting because you use credit cards, bits of credit cards.
Yes.
So how did you come up with that idea?
It's just playing around, really experimenting, and I just found that you get so many interesting strokes with using a card rather than a brush, and just looking at the interesting strokes that you also you can see here. And I'm just playing around with that, and it just gives so much texture.
It's a good ad for Visa, isn't it? 101 uses.
We've been thinking about that. Visa and MasterCard ad.
Throw in a free trip while you're at it. So now you have this wonderful studio called the Artshack. Tell us about that.
Started in an old shack that's similar to this. It was just a little bit out of the way, so we moved to a shopping center where more people came. Now we built this, which is it's fantastic. All recycled material, railroads, sleepers, beams from old bridges, and the floorboard is from an old mushroom farm.
Wow. So it's a dream come true, really. Also building something that is unique and something that is creating this hygge that we love.
Okay, now that's the word I was on. Hygge. What is that?
So hygge is more sense of, it's the closest word in English is cozy, but it's more sensation, it's more feeling you get when you walk into a place, which is very much where we come from in Denmark, where you take pride in your home, indoor life, and you have lots of candles.
Probably one of the biggest words in Denmark, and they export it. Because the last Christmas you want to buy a book about hygge, Danish hygge, and they say, which one?
With lovely feeling of being together in nice surroundings. So it's more sensation. So we try to bring that with us here.
We've definitely succeeded. It's wonderful. The lighting and everything is just warm and atmospheric.
Yeah. Warm and fuzzy feeling.
Warm and fuzzy. Warm and fuzzy. And you do photo shoots here as well.
Well, we're actually sitting in the studio.
Oh, okay.
So this is where we got the backdrops, and in front of us here we got the lights.
The family shoots and
pregnancy, baby shoots.
And this is one of your photographs.
This is one of my one of the first professional models I shot, and the backdrop is from a cave that I shot way back in '84 on a trip around Australia.
So you fused the two together to create this masterpiece.
That's my art. I combine two images. My most famous one is the girl sitting in the opera house. Next year, that's new stuff coming out.
Oh, what's happening next year?
Big year of creation. New art coming out.
More of your collaborations.
More of our collaborations. But
essentially, you're combining painting with photography. That's what you're... Beautiful.
But when we do shoot, Ulla is a fantastic photographer as well. We look at it totally different. I look at the shapes, the light. Light is very important in indoor studio photography. Ulla look more at the soul,
Emotion.
emotion.
Bring out the emotions, which I really like capturing that.
I can see that over there. Her eyes and her whole facial expression. You could see right into what she's going through. That's amazing.
Yeah, so we just done an article which I called The Souls Beyond the Lens. It's kind of looking further than what the lens can capture. Is capturing that special look and that special feelings, more the feelings. Which I really enjoy, and then I've had the perfect teacher in the photography as well, so I kind of tag on to wherever I can.
She's a great student.
Well, what do you guys use for inspiration? You know, I mean, when you compile a piece, what gets the canvas going for you?
You get inspiration from everywhere. Come up with ideas. The model, Ulla, me, and then we start working. We work together.
We come up with ideas as we go.
Once I've found it, I don't do much more to it.
It just depends. Sometimes once I start on a big canvas with the credit card, I sometimes have a plan of what I want to do, but then I see something completely different in the strokes, and I can create something out from that.
And have you always been artists? Have you always had that creative spirit?
She was sent to her room, and then she started drawings.
So I have a pile. It sounds like I was very naughty because I have a pile of drawings I did when I was into my room. Back those days, it was kind of a way of discipline. So I started really just experimenting with drawing when I was on my own, and I think that's often, I like painting and drawing at night where I'm just on my own and with this quiet.
Then I started with my dad's little Olympus Pen E camera, just running around taking shots. It was great because it took 72 photos on a film.
Oh yeah.
So you could just shoot.
Now, how do we find you on the internet?
We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, www.ubartshack.com.au.
We got a gallery up here in the shopping centre. Gallery combined with a framing workshop.
It's Canary Shopping Centre. Yeah. To aspiring artists and all that, what's your advice? Because it is a hard profession, isn't it? You know.
I would say don't be afraid of just doing it, because I often meet people and they say, "Oh, yeah, I can't draw," so I would never dream of even starting doing art. And you don't actually realise what you can do if you just get started. So just experiment. There's so many things you can do, just playing around, and you'll be surprised what you can do and how great it is to create.
I often advise people that want to start with photography is just shoot. Grab your camera, go out and shoot. Don't worry about what people say. The more you shoot, it's your photo, you're the shoot, it's what you want to. I think there's so much hype in photography, and people might get scared because somebody is criticizing the photo, but it's not really up to them to criticize. It's your photo, it's what you want to do with it.
I agree completely, yeah.
People are often intimidated by art because they think they don't understand it or they don't know how to do it, but it's just really just go for it, just do it.
Every artist started as a beginner, right?
Yeah.
And then you work your way up. The more you paint, the more you shoot, the better you get.
Yeah. It's good to hear that Mary's doing really well in Denmark.
Absolutely, she's the front figure for the royal family.
Before we go, we have to look at little Mia laying very, very, very comfortably on her little cushion here. She is the mascot dog, is she? The Artshack dog.
Studio dog. Yeah.
Studio dog.
You just got to be here wherever you are.
She's beautiful. Well, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you chatting.
Thanks very much.
Remember that website, guys. Remember those details, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.